Hey guys, welcome to Game On. Woo! I'm Barry.
Hey.
Good intro.
Woo!
Good intro, dude.
I said woo.
You're getting better.
Learning things and stuff. I'm Barry,
I'm John.
I'm Ray.
and we have things to talk about today.
We got a lot of things to
Aren't you
talk
excited to hear and learn and talk?
What's the first thing we're going to talk about?
First thing we're going to talk about is Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Spent a lot of hours in middle school playing Battlefront 2. A lot of hours in high school playing Battlefront 2. A lot of hours in college playing Battlefront 2.
Do you think you'll be spending a lot of hours as a graduate playing Battlefront 2 or the new one?
That all depends.
People are not super happy about a lot of the stuff with the new Battlefront. They just came out with like a lot of like kind of details about it. One of the big things is that the max match size is 40 players.
Okay.
Which a lot of people are saying like, well, Battlefront 2 is 64 players.
Okay.
All the Battlefield games are 64 players. Why isn't Battlefront 64 players?
True.
There's no space
Good
battles
point, John.
in the new one. They confirmed that everything is going to be like in atmosphere.
That's for the best, I think.
Dude, I don't know.
I
I
haven't
think the space
played
battles are the best part.
any of the Star Wars Battlefront games, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so Star Wars Battlefront. You know Battlefield?
Yes.
Okay, so it's that.
Okay.
Kind of. Not entirely.
It's more
because
like capturing points.
they
and
add
stuff.
in. It's mainly capture point mode.
Okay.
And like the thing that to me was interesting about it is whereas a lot of other first and third person like multiplayer shooters are strictly player characters, they made these battles seem massive by having a ton of NPCs.
Okay.
So you can win by either capturing all the command points or by depleting your enemy's reserve of
Oh, that's cool.
of characters, basically.
It's also very like there's a lot of vehicles in it. Like you can basically like every vehicle from like from
Every
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've got like flying ones, you've got the land speeders, you got all this other stuff, and it's really fun. Like it was really kind of what people wanted a Star Wars game, like a troop-focused Star Wars game to be.
That's cool,
Yeah.
especially since you've been playing it. You said since middle school.
Yeah.
That was the last one. So are people like really hyped for this, or like are they getting a Sims
They
4
were, but
thing
now
kind of?
people are kind of I don't know about this.
It's one of those things, I think we talked about this in a recent episode where like John said, good games come out hot. Like you don't have to wait forever for a good game to come out, and people have been waiting forever for this game to come out. It's been like 10 years since Battlefront 2 came out.
And there's actually that that leaked footage of the Battlefront 3 that the original developers were making. One of the features was that you would be able to hop in like an X-wing, right? And you're on the ground, and you just fly up into the atmosphere, and then it transitions to space. So like there's two Battlefronts.
Wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's obviously not going to be in the new one. But
Was it
It's
originally
not practical at all.
no, but man, did it
was
look
cool.
awesome.
Was it developed by like LucasArts Films, like Lucasfilm Art,
so
before they got shut down by
The
Disney?
I'd say one of the reasons why this is probably going to be floppy is because, like as we know, the Star Wars universe since in the past like 5 years has gone through like just like absolute like bedlam. It's like they recently like or semi-recently they like retconned it so that like none of the expanded universe exists, and then I think they made some of the expanded universe canon again, and like on the production end like LucasArts, like the games branch, like was about to dissolve, but then it was when LucasArts was bought by Disney, they like sold it off to somewhere else.
And they lost a lot, like Star Wars 1313.
That
Yeah.
actually looks really cool.
It
I remember
looked
that.
really cool.
That's the thing
It's
about
dead now.
games.
It's dead now, yeah. No, I thought that actually looked really awesome.
Like concept, like promotions for games, like you have to take with a grain of salt because there's tons of games that look really cool when they get promoed.
Well, do you
like
know what
1313.
okay,
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
like 1313, for example, looked really cool. But again,
Who knows? And we'll never know.
like, yeah, it was like so many of these games that get hyped, if they don't come out like in a year, they just get caught in development hell basically, and then they come out as poop.
And that's another thing with that people are kind of wary with the new Battlefront is that it's taken them this long to develop. Like they didn't show it at last year's E3, right? They just had like that weird kind of teaser thing where it's like, okay, well that's
A thing.
all right.
That
yeah.
Which was reassuring.
It was
means
reassuring
still
because, like,
existed
yeah, we knew it was
in
coming out.
one
So
way or another.
they were setting this up as like the big reveal for it, and the trailer was supposed to be in engine, but like you watch that trailer, you're like, this isn't gameplay. Like none of this, the game isn't going to look like this at all.
Yeah, very clearly not gameplay.
And then at the end of the trailer, just annotations right there. Pre-order the game to get your, exclusive, 3 weapons. You get like a couple, like I don't know.
I feel like these games that get stuck in these like long development processes like always end up awful. Like
Yeah, that's
Sims,
what I said.
Sims 4, like Sims 3 is like one of the. I'm sorry.
I literally said that.
I keep going back to this, but like
You actually
Sims
didn't
4
listen to me.
is like like borderline awful. Like the worst
No,
thing
yeah,
about
you're
the
right.
Sims 4 is that Sims 3 still exists.
Yeah, you repeated what I said, and I was myself repeating what John said 2 weeks ago. So, so
Dude,
now
you
all
said-
3 of us have managed to say the same thing this season of Game On.
Well, that's
for
what
those of you
Game
keeping
On
track
really
at
is
home.
like. When you look at the
Giant.
big picture of Game On, it's like the snake. I think it's Ouroboros, like the snake eating its own tail.
Probably.
Like Game On is like this cyclical thing where we're all just kind of trapped in it. We're never really going to
Vicious
like.
cycle.
We're never going to progress.
Game On is a flat circle.
It's just a vicious cycle that we're gonna be taking a break for a nice commercial. Good times. See you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to Game On. I'm Barry. Still.
Yeah, we didn't change. We're all still the same person.
Yeah, we are all the same person, Barry. Let's stop repeating ourselves, all right?
Stop. I hate all of you.
All right.
Okay. All right. So what have you guys been playing lately?
Well, I've been playing ever since I built my new computer, I have this backlog of, I don't want to say the amount of games that are in my Steam library, because it'll
You
make...
can. You're among friends. Well, you're among a friend and...
Okay,
And
so
then, yeah, I hate you,
between me and my friend Greg, we're sharing a Steam library.
That's cute.
Yeah, the number right now is 529.
Oh,
I own 3 games in Steam.
Is it Team Fortress,
Dota 2
Dota 2,
and
and...
Binding of Isaac? No,
no.
you don't
No,
No, I have
what's
that.
the other like big free...
play Portal.
No.
No,
Wait.
Portal's
No. No. It's Sid Meier's Civilization and then 2 different versions of Dota. I don't know why.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Barry.
What an eclectic taste do you have in video games? No, so I've been playing ever since I got this computer. I've wanted to go back through my catalog and just play like a bunch of games I never really got the chance to. So I played Tomb Raider, the 2013 reboot.
Really
I
great game.
Finished it
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah?
I don't know if I liked it or not.
I didn't beat it, but what I played of it, I really enjoyed.
Did you get to the part where like the temple is on fire or whatever? Like everything's blowing up, and it seems like that's going to be like they're getting ready for like this great climax. You're like, oh, this is awesome, and then it goes.
No, I didn't. I didn't get there. But that's fine.
No, it wasn't that. They're building up to like the big like cinematic like climax of the game, and then it goes on for 5 more hours.
Oh.
It's one of those games.
Oh.
I
right.
thought the gameplay was a lot of fun. Like it plays well. Like the movement's fun. Like the platforming, the kind of like set piece moments are they're pretty cool, and the puzzles are really neat.
I really liked the first time you as Lara Croft kill someone. Like the whole building up to that. I thought it was really, really awesome.
Yeah, and then by the end of the game, you're stunning people, and you so you get these executions, right? Where depending on what weapon you have, you hit Y and it'll kill them. The one with the machine gun is she kicks them or whatever, and then she just starts firing the machine gun into their stomach and drags it up their body. Or like the shotgun,
Yeah.
she like kicks them and then shoves the barrel under their head and like pulls the trigger. And like the beginning of the game is her
like,
she
"Oh, no."
kills a deer and she's like, oh god, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, like I don't want to have to do this. And then literally 2 hours into the game, there's dialogue where she's going, I'm gonna kill you all, and she's murdering people. I'm like, this is not the Tomb Raider that I signed up for.
Yeah. No.
So, speaking of Lara Croft, is she as sexy in this game as she is in the others? That's the $1 million question. That's the real selling
she's
point
like
for me.
14.
No,
So-
she's not. She's like probably like 19, 20.
Oh, 19, 20.
She's
Still pretty young.
We'll say 21.
I wanted to say
We'll
14
she's
to make
21.
you seem creepy.
They
Yeah.
tried to
Hey guys, I'm not creepy. Good news.
they tried to say that like they wanted like people to like really care about her as, you know, a character, and
Yeah.
they wanted to tone down the sexuality, but like there are a lot of shots, like the first shot in
That
the
ship
game
sailed, I think. Like, I think they're past the point of.
Yeah, well, the first shot in the
Not
game is her
making her-
falling from like a boat, and it is like directly from above, like basically straight down her shirt, and it's just
Yeah.
like this is
Kind of chill.
They didn't.
I
Yeah,
just-
she's definitely
in
not
a
like
certain
hyper
way.
sexualized like usual. Like she's still a sexy character though. She's a strong, independent woman who kills lots of things.
they
yeah,
did a
that's
better
sexy.
job. They
Yeah.
do beat her up way too much in that game.
Oh god, yeah. Like, "Gah!"
But enough about Tomb Raider. But what have you guys been playing?
I've been playing actually a crazy amount of solitaire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you working on your strats?
It is
Yeah.
embarrassing how much solitaire I've played in the past week, and I really haven't gotten any better. I would say safely I've been logging like at least 2 hours a day in solitaire for
That's
the past like week and a half.
So solitary of a game.
No, yeah, I live a
My puns are
solitary
awful.
life.
Well, I've been playing what I always play, which is League of Legends, and I'm not going to apologize for the tons of hours I've sunk into that
This
game.
is the current champion roster.
The champion
in
roster of League of Legends right now. The whole so they introduced the Cinder Hulk not Cinder Hulk, Cinder Hulk enchantment in patch 5.6.
What that is?
It gives 25% bonus health to any of the junglers who use it. So like when you buy health, it gives you an extra 25%, like on top of that
It's
health.
only for junglers.
Only for junglers. It's a jungle only item. So people have been getting Smite just to get Cinder Hulk, and the whole
So wait, is there like a way in the game that you register as a jungler?
If you get this Smite Summoner, it allows you to buy the Hunter's Machete, which is a jungle item.
Really?
Yeah, they
That's
changed it. They made it
super weird.
The people
to
at
me.
home, their eyes are glazing
Yeah.
over as we talk. They're like, I have no,
No
idea
idea.
what these nerds are talking
No
about.
idea.
They're talking about jungles and smiting.
Well, like with the whole new tank meta, like I feel like I have to like learn new champions who can kill tanks. Like I feel like I'm playing like my regular champions. I'm like Lux, like throwing out my little spells, and then there's just a giant woman riding a giant fat boar in my face, beating me to death with a flail.
She's not
and
a
I can't.
giant woman.
She's big.
Actually, no, she's
big.
teeny tiny. Like she's like this big, but her boar is massive.
Exactly.
And she's beating me with her
Come on,
flail.
guys.
And I like my little light bindings aren't doing anything to help.
Well, I think one of the things
really
that,
angry.
as many problems as I have with League of Legends, I think one of the things that is interesting about it is because of the way the kind of overall metagame changes.
Yeah.
Like different characters come in and out
Yeah.
of strength, where the character you were describing, Sejuani,
Yeah.
she used to be
Terrible.
She used to be awful. Like
Yeah.
no one played as her,
When
and
I
now
played-
she is, because of like the tweaks that they made to just a couple items, the tweaks that they made to a
She
couple
is
of her abilities.
One of the highest ban rates right now.
She's top. She's one of the top characters in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that surprised me because when I played League of Legends, there was not a single point in time when she was good.
Yeah, yeah. And now she is like almost every game. People are like, no, ban this character because we do not want to have to deal with her.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
And you see a resurgence of characters who can go up against these tanks too, which is good. But all right, so we're gonna take another break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about more things and more stuff, and it'll be exciting.
Okay, Barry.
Good outro.
Hey guys, welcome back to Game On. We have a very interesting discussion about the DLC meta in the world.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
This is not just a discussion segment.
It's not.
Just, I gotta clear the air.
We got. Yeah.
John and I, we're pissed.
We're mad.
I'm indifferent.
We're mad as heck.
I'm indifferent.
We're not allowed to curse on this show.
Yeah.
We have to follow like
Yeah,
standard.
I said heck. Is heck a curse?
Just stop. The more you say it, the more likely we are to get in trouble.
Sorry.
So I got Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
I heard
It's a
great
fun
things
game.
about it.
I'll take your word for it.
You play as Jax, and one of his fatalities is he takes your arms and he presses them into your body.
Oh, so you got
And
little baby arms.
Yes, you have baby arms, and then he takes your head and he rips it open like that, and it's called T-Rex. And then as your kind of lower jaw is there and your upper jaw is like this, he takes the cigar out of his mouth and he puts it in the lower jaw, and the camera just sits there as it's like focusing on them, and there's just a little bit of blood spurting out. It's a really fun game.
That sounds great.
But-
That's really
Yeah, that
embarrassing.
sounds like something that would happen in a fun game.
But
But
there's a problem with this game.
Okay.
And
Tell them the problem, John.
it
tell me the
is
problem, John.
DLC and microtransactions.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, this game has 24 characters, right?
Okay.
Goro, the big guy with like the 4 arms.
Okay.
He was in like the older Mortal Kombat games.
Sure.
He is a pre-order exclusive character.
Okay.
So you get him for free if you pre-order the game, or you pay $5 and you get Goro. And he's a lot-
$5 for one character.
$5 for one character.
Disgusting.
The season pass for this game is $30. The season pass includes 4 characters, not including Goro. It's Jason Voorhees, Predator, which like I really want to play as Predator,
That's pretty cool. Yeah, those are cool.
and
Yeah,
then
they're cool.
two other schmoes. I don't know who they are. And you get 4 packs of 3 costumes for $30. So that's half the price of the game. So,
Listen, guys, I got a quick bone to pick.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb that they have Predator in the game. Because, hold
This
on,
is not a fight that you want to start.
hear me out. It just reminds me of Soul Calibur, 5? Where they had Darth Vader? Like,
It was 4.
four?
Four.
Where they had Darth
And they
Vader?
started. To be fair, they started guest characters in Soul Calibur 2, where they had Heihachi.
It's
and the PS2
disgusting.
one and the
It's
other one.
disgusting.
Anyway.
Anyway, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you get half the price of the game. You get 4 characters,
okay.
and you get a bunch of like dumb skins. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Add Goro on top of that. That's $35.
$35 for what? 5 characters
Mm-hmm.
and some skins?
That's not the worst part. So there's
Tell them the worst
characters-
part,
There's
John.
characters in the game, in the story mode. There's Baraka's in the story mode, Sindel's in the story mode, and Reyna's in the story mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All of these characters, they have full models, full move sets, everything. They are in the game, but they're not playable.
Not
and
playable.
They're not DLC, but
Not
they're being
even
teased as
DLC?
future DLC. But they're not included in the $30 fighter
Season
pack.
pass.
So let's say that
How much money am I
Let's-
gonna have to
let's
spend on
say
this
that-
game? Am I gonna have to spend $100
it gets
to have all the
worse.
characters?
It gets worse. So let's say each of these characters is $5. So that's Baraka's $5, Sindel's $5, Rain's $5, and then like there's this version of Shinnok that
Okay.
I think they might put out as DLC. So that's a extra $20.
Okay.
That
Ridiculous.
is $55.
Almost the whole price of the game.
Yeah. The worst part about this game is that there's a thing called easy fatalities where at the end of a fight you hold down the right trigger and you just hit X or Y and you do the fatalities instead of having to hit like down, left, right, all that other stuff.
How much do I have to pay for those, John?
Funny you should mention that. So
Wait.
every time you do an easy fatality, you use a token. You start off the game with 3 tokens. The only way to get more tokens is by unlocking them in the crypt where it's like, oh, you got a token occasionally. Or you can buy a pack of 30 tokens for $5. You're not buying easy fatalities for $5. You are buying 30 uses of easy fatalities, which you can run out of and then buy more of.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Because they want our money.
This
Okay,
game
that's
is-
actually really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like-
That's really, really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Because that's a game mechanic, and they're just
It
like,
was a code. Like, this Mortal Kombat doesn't have cheat codes in it. Which, that was like Mortal Kombat. Every single game, like, when you were loading it, it
Well,
had
no,
like
the cheat
3
code is money now.
Yeah.
the cheat code is money.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The problem is that, I mean, I think GTA 5 has codes, but like The
It
fact
does.
that you
It's got a lot of codes.
you have to buy everything
Yeah.
in this game. Everything. And that's on top of the $60
that
the
you're
game
already shelling
costs.
out. Yeah, so that's already what, $110 plus all of your tokens.
Yes.
Now
yes.
I'm no longer different.
Disgusting.
I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
Well, cause Smash has they're like the first like we're not doing DLC, and then like just kidding, we are doing DLC. Because if you buy Mewtwo on his own, it's like $4. Like on each thing, you can get it for like $5 for both. And like they already announced Lucas, and then they're doing a survey right now for future characters. And it's like, I feel like every once in a while having a DLC character is fine, but like stuff like this where you have to like pay to unlock like.
Yeah. The difference between Smash and Mortal Kombat is that when you play Smash, Smash feels like it is a complete game.
Yeah.
And the way that they're doing DLC, they're not charging you $35 up front for DLC characters.
Yeah.
Smash has been out for like probably 6 or 7 months right now. $4 for a character, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Especially considering like how much, I know, I play Smash all the time. People
Yeah.
play Smash all the time.
Yeah.
So you like the fact that they're putting out DLC characters, that like I think that's good for the
Yeah.
game because it stops the game from getting stale. But Smash doesn't feel like it is gouging you for every penny that you're
What
worth.
if you had tokens for Smash Balls and you had to pay money for
Well,
to use
I
your,
think that your
to
first
use-
problem is playing with items turned on, like
Strike
a
one.
scrub.
Like a scrub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barry.
The
No
fact that you're
items.
even using
Fox
Smash
only,
Balls.
Final Destination.
Oh, nice joke, Barry.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from? Reddit?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Guys,
DLC's
Anyway.
DLC has its place, but I think that it's starting to get absurd.
it is absurd.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And I think I've said enough.
I think we're all
I know
indignant.
Barry has said enough.
I indeed have said enough. We have all said enough. This is just enough. We're just gonna end the show right now because we are so indignant about DLC, and we're gonna go because goodbye because DLC.
Thanks for tuning in to Game On.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.